Most Amazon FBA sellers waste time and money launching products that were never going to work. But there is a fix, and that fix is I'm Lauren. I'm part of the customer success team here at Data Dive. I get to speak with many of our 10,000 plus active users every single day, so I see firsthand what's working and what's not. What I'm sharing with you today is built from real user results, not theory, product validation. Most people know Data Dive is a powerful research tool, but what most Amazon sellers don't realize is that you can fully validate any product in about 15 minutes. In this video, I'll walk you through the exact process our users are seeing success with, and I'll stick around at the end to show you a brand new feature that's going to change how you source products once you've found a winner. So make sure you watch until the end. Before you even open Data Dive, there are 3 things every Amazon private label seller should get clear on. First, are you looking at consumable or non-consumable? Consumables like supplements have a great repeat purchase potential, but they tend to be more competitive. Non-consumables can be a simpler entry point. Second, what is your target price point going to be? We'd strongly suggest staying above $30, ideally $40 to $80 or more. The lower the price, the less room you have when Amazon raises fees or PPC costs go up, and they will. Third, know your budget ceiling before you start. What's the maximum you could invest and still be okay if this doesn't work out? Write that number down, because we're going to use it to disqualify products later. More on that in a moment. All right, let's get into it. Go to Amazon and type in your hero keyword, the main search term for the product you're thinking about. You'll see the niche dive button appear right in your browser. Click it, and Data Dive goes to work finding the top selling products in that niche automatically. Once your master keyword list loads, the first thing I want you to do is drag the minimum relevancy filter up to 450. Make sure that your B button is not blue. If the B is blue, that means that there are brand search terms in your master keyword list, and we need to remove those. You would click the B, and Data Dive would highlight those terms, and we want to remove them from your master keyword list. Once you've removed brands from your master keyword list, give it a review and make sure that everything is relevant and fitting to your product. If there are keywords here that you want to remove, simply check the box and exclude it from your master keyword list. Now you have a clean, focused list to work from, but we're not quite done yet. Before you touch the scorecard, I want you to check this overview tab first. In your master keyword list, you'll toggle one over to your overview screen. The first number you'll see is a total niche revenue, how much all of the sellers in this niche are making combined every month. And I get it, that number is exciting. But here's what most FBA sellers don't stop to check. How many of those sellers are categorized as very strong? This means they're ranked on page 1 for over 80% of the keyword search volume in this niche. You'll see the total revenue here at the top left. If you're seeing 10 or more very strong sellers, what our users have found is that you're realistically launching in 11th place. The data says, move on. Also, take a quick look at the Google Trends graph right here in the overview. What you're looking for is a flat or upward trend, and ideally demand that's consistent year-round, not just a holiday spike. Now we get into the part most Amazon sellers skip, but honestly, this is the most important step in the whole process. It's called the product scorecard. The product scorecard is a series of questions across 4 areas, and as you answer each one, you're going to get a positive or negative score. The score tells you how risky this product really is. The first section is traffic distribution. How many different ways do people search for this product? 7 or more keyword routes is a great sign, but if 90% of the search volume is coming from just 1 or 2 terms, that's your whole battle right there. Next is profitability. We're targeting 100% of ROI or better. That's your profit divided by your net landed cost. And you want to make sure that that holds up even if Amazon raises its fees again, because they will. Then product potential. This is where you ask yourself, can I actually improve on what's already out there? Better design, added features, a utility patent, packaging savings? DataDive's AI product brief is incredibly useful here. It pulls in real Amazon reviews from your competitors and generates a document that breaks down exactly what consumers love, what they hate, and where the gaps are. It's one of the fastest ways to find a genuine angle to improve your product before you spend $1 on inventory. But finally, let's go back to Product Scorecard and we see the competitiveness section. How many of the top 10 sellers have over 1,000 reviews? How good is their A+ content? How strong is their keyword coverage? This is typically where most products lose the most points, and honestly, that's the scorecard doing its job. One thing I want to be clear about, the score is relative. What we've seen is filling out lots of scorecards for a lot of products, then comparing them. A negative 150 on one product only means something when you have a 200 sitting next to it. Okay, product scorecard is done and we are moving on to our profits tool. You can find that by going to the left of your screen. It's completely free. It doesn't use any of your Dive credits. Hit the populate button in the top right corner and pick an ASIN that's similar to your product. Then you enter your estimated monthly sales velocity. And here's a mistake I see a lot of Amazon FBA sellers make. They use the top seller as their benchmark. Don't do that. Find the competitors who are ranked on page 1 for about 50 to 65% of the keyword list. That's realistically where you'll land after a good launch. Use their numbers. The tool will now show you the total budget required to launch, including inventory, PPC, and reorder reserves. Here's the part most people skip. Compare that number to the budget ceiling you set at the beginning and I told you to write down. If it's over your ceiling, this product isn't the one. Move on, find a better fit. Earlier, I mentioned AI product brief, and really quickly, I'd like to touch on that for you. I will say that if you go into AI product brief and you select some of your competitors, you can run an analysis. It's going to look at Amazon reviews, pull some of those in, ask you what features and attributes are important to you, and at the very end of it, you're going to get this beautiful document that tells you what buyers are looking for, what they're staying away from, and where improvements could be made. So if you're looking into a product and you think that there's room for improvement, please go to AI Product Brief. I think this is an incredible tool. Last step in the validating process is just to hit save. Basically, everything gets saved to your niche pipeline. You can go back and see this information at any time. Since you have all of your validation and ideas, what I see works best is that our customers actually validate 50 to 100 products. They're not going to make it, and that is the point. You want to narrow it down to one. Every product you roll out in 15 minutes is time and money you didn't waste on a bad launch. When you find the one that passes on budget, ROI, demand, and differentiation, you'll know, and you'll be able to launch with real confidence. One last thing before I let you go, there's a new feature within DataDive. Once you've validated your product and you're ready to move forward, this is where things really get interesting. You can now connect directly to Alibaba without ever leaving DataDive. Supplier listings pull up right here. You can compare pricing from multiple suppliers side by side before committing to a single order. So instead of going back and forth between tools, requesting quotes, redoing your margin math, it's all in one place. You've validated the product and now you can source it right here. This isn't part of the validation workflow, it's what comes after, but it's a huge time saver and our users are already loving it. There's a link to a free demo in the description. Come check it out and we'll show you everything. I'm Lauren from DataDive and I'll see you next time.